Imagine you're an MVP level player, a former MVP at that. You've won 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs. You are currently 33 years old, going on to 34. You want a chance to win more championships before it's too late, before it's all said and done. Your current team clearly can't get that done. Do you stay and thug it out, or do you request a trade? This is where Kevin Durant stands, and we all know what decision he's made. Kevin Durant has officially requested a trade out of Brooklyn. This is days after his co-star Kyrie Irving opted into his contract, silencing trade rumors. KD has listed the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns at the top of his preferred destinations. We're here to figure out where KD is going. The first of Kevin Durant's options are the Phoenix Suns, a team that was in the finals 2 years ago but lost in the second round to Dallas this past postseason. A trade for Kevin Durant would not be simple by any means. This trade would obviously have to be centered around DeAndre Ayton, since he already made it known he does not want to play in Phoenix anymore. On top of that, you would have to throw in Mikal Bridges. There's no way the Nets would just want a bunch of vets and no young pieces in a trade for their franchise player. The trade I came up with was DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder, Dario Saric, and Mikal Bridges for Kevin Durant. I won't lie, this trade doesn't look amazing for the Suns. They are losing a ton of depth, a ton of size, and a lot of defense. But when you are trading for a player like Kevin Durant, it might be worth it. You have a potential starting 5 of Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Cameron Johnson, Kevin Durant, and JaVale McGee. That lineup sounds kind of fire on paper, I'm not even gonna front. You have 3 All-Stars, an MVP level forward, a top 2 shooting guard, and one of the best playmakers the game has ever seen. Do I personally think this Suns team could win a championship? I mean, yeah, I won't lie. They have KD under contract for 4 more years. I think they could win at least one within those 4 years, but Chris Paul getting older and getting worse is a huge factor to consider. Moving on, we have the Miami Heat. This team was in the finals 3 years ago but lost in the conference finals to the Celtics this past postseason. A trade for Kevin Durant feels a little easier with this team, but still pretty difficult. The one player the Nets would want to acquire from the Heat is Tyler Hero. He's young, he can score, he has tons of potential, the perfect player to pick up if you're going into a rebuild. Financially, this doesn't work whatsoever, so you'd have to throw in Kyle Lowry and or Duncan Robinson. The final trade I came up with was Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero for Kevin Durant. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know how to feel about this trade. While the Heat are acquiring one of the best players in the NBA, they will quite literally have no guard play. This leaves them with a projected lineup of Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Bam Adebayo. You have a consistent Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Bam, and not one but 2 MVP level forwards that can turn it up in the postseason. I personally like this trade more than the Phoenix one, but to be fair, I am a little biased. In my personal opinion, I didn't even expect KD to request a trade. When Kyrie opted in, I thought Kevin Durant was cool, but I guess I was wrong. I honestly don't know what team I want to see Kevin on, but I do hope he can win one more championship before he calls it a career. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you want to see more basketball content from me, check out my TikTok. The link is in the description. We are on the road to 3,000 followers, and if you haven't already, check out my previous video where I talk about why the Chicago Bulls should trade for Rudy Gobert. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.